brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
We here. We here. Eagles are lost. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to the person that said, "Oh, we only do this when the Cowboys lose." Nah, we here. We here. Ugly loss. Ugly loss. But what's going on, James? What's up? What's up, brother?
Well,
I
first
know
of
you're happy as hell right now. I know
well,
you are
hey,
gleeful.
first of all, it's a great birthday today. I still got 35 minutes from my birthday until it's
Happy
over.
birthday. Happy birthday.
Appreciate
brother.
that. Appreciate that. Hit the big 5-1 today. And what better birthday could be ushered in on the sports side of things when you come in and you see the Niners, who you hate. You hate the Niners and you're pissed off about that. And you see them Browns, who I'm out here in Ohio, get that dub. And then you see Jets, Jets. I think it was that. I think I said that last mantra at the end. I think that's what sealed the deal when I screamed Jets, Jets. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I only saw a little bit of it and then I turned it off because I had to do some other things. Obviously, it was my birthday and stuff. But I seen that last bit and I was like, ooh, I can't wait for Castro to get on here.
Yeah, that was enough for you. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. It was a bad loss. It was an ugly loss. Jalen Hurts looked terrible. But I will say he hasn't been doing that for 8 years because I know you want to use it as some salvation for Dak Prescott, which I don't think it is. But, you know, I know that's what it's probably going to get turned into. We're going to start talking about, oh, well, he did it once. So, you know, they're the same thing. They're not.
He got 7 picks, though, Joe.
He does, and that's something he's got to fix.
I mean,
has that been something that he did 2 years in a row? Your guy's coming off being the top, guy as far as interceptions.
But he didn't do that 2 years in a row, though, Joe.
But what I'm saying is he did it once, right? And now he's again showing signs of being a guy that's careless with the ball. Jalen Hurts has an issue right now. You know, this offense as a whole. I don't necessarily put the turnovers solely on him. I do put his play on him. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of, things that he should have saw, he should have done to not go into those, situations. But at the end of the day, I put a lot of the onus on Jalen Hurts, and some of it does go to these play callers. Like there's no hiding it, but it's Jalen. Jalen got to see the field better. But we were going to lose. We were going to lose. There's no excuse. You go out there, you play an ugly game. We've talked on here at ends, about you win ugly, like a win is a win. But at some point that a win is a win runs out. All that lucky little stuff that happens for you to get that a win is a win goes out the window when you play someone that's halfway competent. We didn't lose to the Jets offense. We lost to their defense. And pretty, in my opinion, it was embarrassing. I think that's an embarrassing way to go out there. You couldn't do what I've been preaching for us to do all year, which is impose your will on the offensive line. Yes, you had injuries, but at the end of the day, this is a team that prides itself on the deep offensive line that they have and the deep lines on both ends, right? So, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. I think that we showed, I don't want to say weakness. But we folded, especially offensively, and that's not where you want to see it. So it sucks, man. It's a tough loss. Jets are trash. Everybody's right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to sit there and say the Jets is trash because that defense ain't trash, and we know that
they were bad enough though. You had no Sauce Gardner.
That was big. Now you didn't have no Sauce Gardner. Their 2 starting corners were out, and they still beat you.
Yeah, Quinnen Williams is a dog. Yeah. Quinnen Williams is a beast. He is a beast. But and the team was facing the defense. I'm really not worried about the defense. We held our own, but offensively, it was just. And I get it. Jack Driscoll going in for Lane Johnson. Losing Lane Johnson is huge. I get it. I'm not. I'm not dismissing that, but at the same time, we had guys to make it happen. It's not like we were going against the best of the best the Jets had to offer. They were missing their top 3 cornerbacks. I get it. And it's not the end of the world. Don't get me wrong. We're going to go out there and probably beat the Dolphins next week. I feel like that. But at the same time, it's like, come on, guys. Like this is an easy one. This is an easy one. This is the one that they give you. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks. Someone say we're horrible in the red zone with all those weapons. We are. We are. There's no, and the Jets are one of the better teams defensively in the red zone. So it definitely didn't make our, deficiencies look any better. But it was just.
Hey, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, you
just like Trey says, where's Drew at?
Yeah, Drew. Hey, it's
Where
late.
you at, Drew?
You know what I'm saying? We don't.
No,
my people don't be out here.
No, yeah, Drew be here. Drew been in every one of them when it's been 11:30.
This dude saying, "What world will we beat the Dolphins?" If we're basing one game, the same way that you guys went into that Niners game feeling confident after that Cardinals game, I have every right to feel confident about my team going into the next year. I mean, next game. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, getting back to the game here in a second, but yeah, I'm gonna call Drew out.
Yeah, Drew
because if we would have played tonight and it was and we lost and we did this, you best believe Drew would have been on here. So I'm calling you out, Drew. You can't say nothing else. I'm gonna go ahead and throw.
But I also want to call out all the people that are here on my end. Like shout out to y'all real ones, because y'all don't have to take this whipping with me.
Yeah, because I ain't seen a lot of them though.
I mean, we got it's not the same number, but I respect the ones that are here.
I respect the ones that are
here, because that takes a lot.
But I don't see a lot of them in here though.
This is a glass. This is a glass of whiskey tonight. I was like, listen, I'm not doing the little cup. I need a glass tonight. We're going to sleep. Like,
hey, Joe. I'm just saying. I'm looking in the chat, and I'm going through the chat, and a lot of the analytical guys from the Eagles chat, a lot of the analytical guys, Joe. I'm looking for them right here. They're always faithfuls in here. Don't see them. Where you at?
It is what it is. I mean, what is there really to say? There's going to be people that give.
I want them to come on here and talk to me about what how they lost.
Some of them not.
See, and I can't hear it because I'm coming on here and I wouldn't run nowhere
but
anywhere.
There's people that are. You can't use, just like we're talking about with the football game. If you're going to use one thing to diminish the other, like what are we really doing?
Okay,
because
there you go.
Now people are coming in.
Yeah, jump in here. Yeah, speak up. I mean, hey,
I don't know what Cowboys fans are really like beating their chest about.
I mean, we're not beating our chest at all. We're not beating our chest at all.
This
you said y'all said no, this ain't us beating our chest. This is y'all losing.
Hey, we lost. Yeah.
You said y'all was gonna be 6-0. Y'all said y'all was gonna run through the Jets. Y'all said y'all ain't never lost to the Jets.
We never did.
Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was just talking high and mighty like this was just gonna be another game, because of your boy Zach Wilson, and they played y'all tough. And the Jets definitely
Zach
give
Wilson
them credit.
didn't do shit, though. Zach,
they didn't do nothing.
Did not do anything. That offense did nothing.
But the key is the offense didn't do nothing. But y'all's guy that y'all been trumpeting all last year, that's what I'm talking about. All last year, y'all was trumpeting Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that, him coming into the season, and he been getting excuses in my opinion. See, I've been stand up with Dak.
I think some people have been giving him.
They've been giving him excuses in my opinion. Because hold on, Joe, because I've been stand up with Dak about how he needs to get better and is he gonna be able to do this? But this ain't nothing new of what I've said in his career. But I've been hearing nothing but Jalen Hurts. Well, we're winning, so them turnovers ain't been mattering. But y'all, I'm just saying the fans was out there killing Dak and throwing everything in his face. Every time we talk football, first thing came out y'all's mouth was Dak with all these interceptions, Dak all these interceptions. Now it's only 6 games, and he got 7 picks.
Yeah, and one loss.
And you can say he contributed to that loss.
Oh, he was I personally
the main reason.
He was the main reason. I mean, at the end of the day, that last interception was a backbreaker. That was it for us. Like, it was just we couldn't get nothing. And shout out to the Jets. The Jets do have a good defensive coordinator. They got a good defensive minded team. Shout out to them. But at the end of the day, we blew that bag. We did. We literally blew that bag because there's no way we should have lost that game. No way we should have lost that game. We could name every stat, and it is what it is. The stats are the stats. But at the end of the day, if you're telling me that Jalen Hurts hasn't shown that he's a winner over his career, like, I mean, what are we really talking about? But at the end of the day, we got to take this. We got to take this.
I mean,
I'm
he's a
pissed.
winner,
I'm pissed.
but
I ain't gonna cap.
he might be a winner, but this is a what have you done now for me lately league.
If
We
that's
ain't
true, Dak probably wouldn't have been on that team.
what
That's
team?
like, that's on your team.
What you mean?
Dak wouldn't have been on your team if it was
He
a what
been
have you done for me
he
lately
been consistent his whole career,
in the
dog.
regular season. Is that what
Okay,
we're championing?
but here's the thing. Like I said, it hasn't been him in every playoff game. He hasn't been the reason every playoff game, and you can honestly say that. And I've said that he has not been the reason. I've even said what games I actually thought he was the reason. But you can't look at it and say Dak has been the reason why they ain't been winning the playoffs. It's been a whole team thing of why they ain't been winning the playoffs. It's either been the coaches, it's either been some other players, but it's been the whole squad. Right now, you guys are coming off that Super Bowl, and now y'all got to be wary of you got the Dolphins, and y'all got a tough stretch of teams now. You feel me? Now y'all ain't got no breaks. So now we gonna see, and maybe it's a copycat league. So people might be catching on to Hurts. Remember, they said, okay, you had this Super Bowl season, but let's see what he can do if he can replicate that. Because remember, I told you that too, Joe. I said I like Jalen Hurts. I said, but let me see this year after the Super Bowl, and let me see if he's that same guy. And right now, he's not.
Look, hey, yeah, I have nothing tangible that I can show you that would be like, yo, he's fine. Because at the end of the day, stats are similar, but if you watch the game, I mean, you see what he's doing. So he's got to get better. This offense as a whole got to get better. The defense impressed me. I will say that. To see what they lost, that impressed me. But the offense looked terrible, and they looked terrible in a lot of games. I will say, not in a lot of games, but in a couple games they didn't look that good. But this was the worst, by far, the worst. And you got to give Jets some credit for that. But at the same time, Jalen Hurts got to get it right. Jalen Hurts got to get it right. But you got a super chat. I'll let you read that. He's over here capping for.
I love it. $20. How I take that as I took that as a birthday gift. Expose Jalen Hurts, Carson Wentz 3.0. We still them boys. Feagles are always frauds. I mean, you know what's coming, Joe. So I mean, the same way I got it, same way you're gonna get it. But here's my question though. I still want to get on this Jalen Hurts thing because I've been watching him. It looks like he's holding on to the ball a lot more this year. And I'm noticing that he's not, everybody's talking about how good he's in the pocket and how, he can read the defenses. Now it looks like he's holding on to the ball and waiting and waiting and waiting for a big play to happen or something like that. Talk to me about that because I'm trying to figure that out.
I think we're honestly, and it might sound like a excuse, but I think we're giving him more duties. I think that we're giving him more responsibilities, which we should. We gave him a big bag. I think this is the year that you give him a bunch of. You're seeing it with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones isn't handling it as well, but I think we're asking him to do way more. And I think that even if you look at this game, you're seeing the pre-snap motion now. You're seeing like different things happen. You see in the offense kind of mature as it goes and kind of grow as it goes. So I think that they're asking Jalen Hurts to be not a different quarterback, but be a more refined quarterback, which is not a bad thing. Is he doing perfect at the maturation? No. If that's the answer, right? I obviously don't know. I can't sit here and tell you what's going on in his head. But if I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you got another one. But if I'm saying that, hey, he's, doing perfect, as he matures, he's not. But I feel like he's being asked to do more, and we're seeing just bumps and bruises. It is what it is. We were winning up until this point. Now it hurts because you lose, right? So no pun intended. But I mean, there's not much. Everybody goes through this patch, I feel like, especially when you only lost 2 games in the past, 2 years that he's been playing football as a quarterback. So it's going to be under a magnifying glass. I'm not really looking at this Hurts and being like, oh, that's who he is. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like you see other quarterbacks and you're like, oh, they've been doing that for a while now. Jalen Hurts has not been a guy that's given up the ball on a consistent basis. So I think that they're asking him to do more, and he's playing a little bit outside of his character. So I'm not too worried long term, if I'm being real. Like I said, I'm confident that we can go out there and beat the Dolphins. So
Well, that's what my dog Rome just asked you. Shout out to my dog Antone 804 for the 999 holla for the happy birthday. Really appreciate that. Thank God for another year and on this earth, all that good stuff. Because I don't take anything for granted now. Once you hit 50 over 51, anytime you hit over 50, you take every day for a good day. So thank the Lord for that, and thank the Lord and the football gods for letting those Eagles lose to those Jets. And
I know
even though
y'all happy. That was
even
y'all Super Bowl. That was
I
y'all
mean,
backup Super
that
Bowl because
was
y'all
see,
lost.
come on, dog. Calm
Y'all lost
down.
y'all Super Bowl to
Come
what's his name?
on. Come
Y'all
on,
lost.
dog.
Y'all lost.
We ain't jumping up and down. I'm not jumping up and down. No, that wasn't
You're
our Super
excited.
Bowl
You're
game.
you're happy. You're
I
happy. Don't lie.
mean, I'm of course I don't like y'all as a team. So why wouldn't I be
Well,
happy y'all
exactly.
lost?
Why aren't y'all jumping
But
up and down?
but it's not a jumping up and down like our Super Bowl. Come on, dog.
Do you think we were exposed? Real talk. Do you think we were exposed?
I think I'm keeping an eye on Jalen Hurts. He just got that money. He just got that money, right? And everybody, remember I told you this, Joe. Jalen
He's
Hurts.
5-1. We're sitting here
Appreciate you,
talking
Ron.
about a 5-1
I'm just
quarterback.
right. A 5-1 quarterback that has 7 picks.
So let me ask you a question. How do you feel about Dak Prescott?
I already done told you how I feel about Dak Prescott. Why
Are
we talking
you
about Dak right
confident
now?
in him next game, or do you think he can win the next game?
Yeah, I already said we were going to beat the Chargers.
Okay, so why can't I be on the same plane?
You can, but I'm just asking questions because that's a lot of turnovers right now for y'all
It
guy
is.
who ain't.
It's
I
a
mean,
tough
that's a lot
situation
of
to be in.
turnovers, and you just got the contract. And I said I want to see a second year of this, and then I'll be like, okay. And right now, he is struggling. It might be your team is winning because you got a good team, but let's also say Jalen Hurts hasn't been the reason every game you've won. You've won because you've ran the ball really well with DeAndre Swift. When you beat the Vikings, when you played the Redskins, I think Jalen Hurts did pretty well that game. But y'all been relying on that run pretty tough in your win streak. So it hasn't just been Jalen Hurts has been the reason why you've been winning. And actually, he was the reason why you could have lost in that Patriots game because he came up with a costly fumble. And he came up with big interceptions in the second half against the Bucks and against the Washington team. So those things are to be monitored. You guys are coming against the Miami Dolphins, and I know you say, "Oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna beat them," but they got a fast offense that can
They got a good
go
team.
against your defense, and the defense is sneaky. That's all I'm gonna say.
They got a good team. We've played some decent. Everybody's gonna come at us like it's their Super Bowl because we are like I said, defending NFC champions. The silver lining that I have in this is that you went through, and I know everybody's gonna say, "Oh, injuries an excuse," but you went through the myriad of injuries that we went through in this game. You were leading the game the whole game until the end. You lost this game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You lost this game. It's not that they beat you. You lost this game. You gave them this game. And I think that if you can't say that even as a fan, even with the turnovers and Jalen, if we want to just say it's a bad game or whatever you want to say what it is, any way that you flip it, it was us giving them the game. They did not come in there and win that game. The defense, I will give them all credit. You took the ball away. You made the big plays. You can say they won the game for them, but it was us not playing our type of game. So at the end of the day, we needed to learn this lesson. If you go back to 2017, you could look at the Kansas City Chiefs game. We lost that game because we didn't play our game. Okay, you go back to last year. We lost to Washington, whatever the hell they are this year, Commanders still, right? You look at that game. We lost that game. We didn't play our brand of football. So we got to learn this. It is what it is. We're not going to go 17-0. We didn't think that we were going to come in here and go 17-0. It'd be beautiful to go 17-0. Not asking for a loss, but at the end of the day, bro, I'm really not that worried about it. I know this isn't who Jalen Hurts is. That's really where I'm mentally at. I know this isn't who Jalen Hurts is. And maybe I'm a homer for saying that. But if out of anybody, I've been very critical of Jalen Hurts.
You've been trumping him though hard lately.
Because he deserves it. He deserves it. There was plays in this game that I feel like were winning quarterback plays, and there were obvious plays that were in this game that were terrible. You know what I'm saying? And then you hear him talk after the game in the press conference, and it's like he owns up to it. He knows what happened. It's not like well, we got to get better as a team. Like, nah, I need to get my shit right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect that. It is what it is. Like, you're not gonna have a perfect game every game. It sucks, and he deserves all the criticism. I deserve all the criticism, all the junk talk, but we're gonna be right back. I really ain't too worried about it. But shout out to Loki Dunn with the $5 super chat. He coming at you. I think big game James answered me this. You're talking about Hurts getting paid, but what about when y'all have to pay Dak? What's your thoughts?
I mean, I've already clearly made my thoughts about that. They're waiting till the extension at the end of the season. I kind of figured they were going to do that because they want to see this is an all-in season. So, I want to see what happens with Mike McCarthy. You feel me? So if this becomes a failed season, if you don't make the playoffs, something like that, then yeah, that's something you obviously have to look at and saying you probably don't want to do an extension. Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you want to look and see what Trey Lance is. You have those options. You still have to stay with Dak until at least another season, I believe. So, I mean, those are thoughts that are going to come up if you don't make it happen this year. And that's where I am at it. I'm not going to be mad if they do extend them. But I'm not going to say if they don't extend them, I'm not going to be like, oh, damn, why didn't they extend them? You get what I'm saying? I'm loyal to the Cowboys, dog. And I want us to get to a Super Bowl. And wherever they got to do to get that way, I want that to happen. But I done already told you that, Joe. What's the main reason why we don't be going is because it starts all the way at the top with that guy, Jerry Jones. It's a dirty cloud over us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys are stuck in and yeah, shout out to Trey Fargo because he's like my Drew, right? You got Drew, and this is like my Drew.
But Trey is faithful though.
Yeah, but Trey wasn't here when y'all lost. I'm just gonna put that out.
Yeah,
he was not here when y'all lost. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do not remember seeing him.
Yeah, I think
Trey was when we lost. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember seeing it. But Rome saying we want to talk about y'all so bad.
He ain't lying.
But the truth is, this is an Eagles and Cowboys thing. Look at our banners. Look at our banners.
Trey, yeah, he was. I remember Trey. Trey was in here because Trey was in here going back and forth with everybody. But what I noticed as well is that as soon as a Cowboys fan say anything about Jalen Hurts now, oh, what about Dak? We ain't talking about Dak. We talking about your QB. Y'all stay.
Well, that's because we talk about y'all, and y'all say, "Well, Jalen Hurts is a running quarterback."
No, right? But y'all steady be killing Dak, dog.
Because he's trash. Because he's shown you what he is for the past 8 years.
Don't do that. He's trash.
That's my thing, though. That's my thing, though. It's
he's
like
trash.
He's not trash. He's not trash. That's a little bit overboard. But he's shown you what he is. Maya Angelou once said, "If somebody tells you who they are, believe them." And he's shown you who he is time and time again.
But
and then y'all want to call our quarterback.
I'm just saying we're going to continue to watch Jalen Hurts. We're going to continue to watch Jalen Hurts and see if he can get out his fucking show what he is. Because I said he has to do it.
He's the guy that lost two games in the last 2 seasons.
I mean, that was last year. Y'all went to the Super Bowl. The year before that, he had a very uneven season.
That was his first year starting. I think his first year starting was last year, wasn't it?
No. He started the year before when y'all went to the playoffs, like at 9-7 or something like that.
You're right. I mean, he still made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, he made it to the team, but you know what I'm saying? He was uneven that year. Y'all came back, and you have reminded me, and we all know, let's keep it real, that y'all had a healthy season. You've reminded me a million times, and you rarely have teams that have health like that. Y'all had a very talented team, and y'all were healthy. Y'all escaped with pretty much no injuries. So you rode the wave. Now you got some injuries. Now you're missing Lane Johnson. We've already missed our top guys this year. We've already missed. I know. I'm just saying. Like 2 and 3. No, I'm just saying this is things that you need to look at because Lane Johnson is hurt. And if it's like a high,
that's the only.
He's your big guy.
That. Yeah, I mean, I definitely. But I'm more upset about that. Like the injuries overall than I am about losing this game, if I'm being honest. Like if we would have lost this game and not got injured, I would be a little bit more like F it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think it's the end of the world that we lost this game, but it sucks losing all those players. That really does hurt because you're now down to your like third safety. You're down to a bunch of guys are out. Like I'm not gonna sit here and name everybody off. I know everybody don't care, but it sucks. It's tough. It's gonna be I don't know what they're gonna do. Hopefully this trade goes through, but it sucks.
That's cool. I don't need no more. We said 30 minutes. I don't need no more of your time. We already know it sucks. Y'all lost. Jets, 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 Jets. I love it. Once again, happy birthday. I like this birthday. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like the Eagles.
I'm glad.
I
You're
don't
gonna
like the
ruin it
Niners.
tomorrow.
I
It's gonna
don't
be
like the
ruined tomorrow.
Eagles. I don't like the Niners. Man, that's a great happy birthday. The football guys shine on me. Now shine on me again tomorrow. Let's get that dub tomorrow. Get back in the thick of this. And then we'll have a quiet week. And then hopefully we can listen to the FS1s and the Joy Taylors and the Jet and the Shady McCoys and see what they have to say about Jalen Hurts' play with the 7 interceptions, because he kept on saying Dak was ass and INTs, and now he's doing it. So I really love to see what they're going to say and their shows tomorrow. Because they always on Dak and our team. Let's see what they got to say about these Eagles right now and the play of Jalen Hurts.
They're gonna say that he's 5-1.
Yep.
Just like Patrick Mahomes
Excuses.
have bad games.
Excuses.
Gosh,
Excuses. That's the
not an
excuse.
That's a fact.
That's the excuse.
That's not a fact.
That's the
not a fact
excuse.
that
We're talking
4-1.
about his play. We ain't talking
5-1.
about the record.
Okay, but that's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say he's
But that's
5-1,
right, and they're going to
and
say,
he'll figure it out.
and
Do
they're
you
also going to
truly, in
say,
the heart of your hearts, think that this is who Jalen Hurts is? Realistically, do you realistically think that this?
I
is
told you the jury's still out on me with Jalen Hurts.
I'm not
I told you
asking. Do you realistically think he's gonna come back and have the same type of game
against the Dolphins?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm being so honest with you, because he wasn't a guy that was never a big time thrower. I said he ran the ball. I said he was a damn good quarterback, though. I've never took away from that. But I never said that he was a guy that could scan the field and just laser people up.
but he's done it.
I mean, and
He had 2 1,000-yard wide receivers. That's not
right. But that doesn't mean that y'all were getting a lot of deep balls too. Y'all was going deep. Y'all was attacking the field deep on the deep outs. So there was a lot of that going on. But once again, y'all had a lot of great things going on for you. So you got 7 interceptions now in 6 games. So that's something to monitor more than anything else, because they was talking about interceptions with my QB and interceptions with QBs in general, that you can't do that, and he's doing that now, so that has to be talked about. That's all.
No, I respect it. It is what it is. I came, I saw, got roasted,
and got conquered.
The Eagles lost. It is what I can't say nothing.
Oh, how you feel about before you get off? How you feel about them Dolphins? Because I know my dog Rome asked. I'm going to ask you, what's your feelings? I know you we're gonna come back and beat them.
I think we can beat them. They got a very good offense. It depends on how healthy we can get coming back. Like if we can get these guys back, especially like a Jalen Carter, and get some of these secondary guys back, maybe do something to bolster that secondary. Like it really is health is wealth, especially on that defensive side. I don't know where James Bradbury fits in to this equation, because you got so much speed out there. Offensively, I think we can hang with them. I don't think that we'll be able to. We just got to slow the game down. We got to hope that our running game is back and we can just slow that game down and kill them on time of possession. But I do think we can beat them. I don't see Jalen Hurts having this type of game again anytime soon. I think that if anything, it might be underwhelming passing, because they'll be a little bit more protective. So we'll see what happens, though. We will definitely see what happens. I think we'll be all right.
What if it does happen again, though?
Then we got some shit to talk about. Okay. Then we definitely got even this is kind of disconcerting. I won't lie to you. I won't act like it's not a big deal at all. It's definitely disconcerting.
There go Dank. There go another one. There go Dank. I ain't seen him or them. Good to see them.
But yeah, hey, it's definitely disconcerting, but it's not the end of the world to me. So I think we'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, hey, that's great. If I have any last words, is Drew. You can't say nothing in this chat no more ever in your life, Drew. Be quiet.
Sleep, bro.
No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that excuse. Trey just called it out too. Trey has been here in all the losses every single time. banging. Matter of fact, a lot of my people been in here when we lost. For real, they've been banging. What's up, Dank? But I appreciate you being here. But Drew is the number one troll. He been in all my chats. He been in my chats now, and he is always in here faithfully. And you know daggone well, if we would have lost this game, he'd have been in here talking mad trash at 11:30, 12 o'clock. So, Drew, you can't say nothing, dog. Whenever you jump in the chat, Cowboys fans, just roast him. He's irrelevant now. I gave Drew just a little bit of props because nope, you can't say nothing, Drew. Some other ones, but you, Drew, mainly, you're banned. Not banned, but you can't say nothing no more.
He said not banned.
You can't say nothing no more.
Yeah, we lost. I came on, did what I had to do. Look at that, 31 minutes. Yeah, we're getting the hell off here. So we appreciate y'all. We'll be back this weekend, and yeah, screw all y'all. I appreciate y'all not be getting done with it. I don't know what to say. Bye. Peace out, man.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored.